All right, well now flip ahead to your packet on the section on exponential decay and find the try it questions right after where we left off in class. And we're going to go ahead now and review graphing exponential decay. All right, so again, how do I know I have decay? Your base value has to be between 0 and 1. That's how you know you have decay. So if the base value is between 0 and 1, you know you have decay, which you can see this base number is 1/2. That's between 0 and 1. Okay, so in order to graph, whether it be growth or decay, you first have to identify what is A, what is B, what is H, what is K. All right, well, what is A? A is -2. What is B? B is 1/2. What is H? Now there's no number being added and subtracted there. All right, so since there's no number being added and subtracted, your H is 0, and your K value is -3. Okay, so I've got what I need there. Now I need to write down my 2 reference points. Okay, so what is reference point number 1? Well, reference point number 1 is H, A plus K. All right. Reference point number 2 takes a little bit more work to memorize it. Okay. It's going to be H minus 1, A divided by B plus K. Okay. So H minus 1, A divided by B plus K. All right. So we've still got the same idea for the horizontal asymptote. Your horizontal asymptote is still y equals k. All right, so if h is 0, we'll have 0, a plus k, that's -5. 0, -5. And then h minus 1, 0 minus 1 is -1, a divided by b. Okay, now this is a little bit more tricky. I've got to do -2 divided by 1/2 to do a divided by b. Well, when you divide by a fraction, you actually multiply by the reciprocal. So that's going to be -4. Okay, again, we're multiplying by the reciprocal when we divide. So -2 times 2 is -4 for my a divided by b. And then plus k. So again, we have -4 plus -3, and that is -7. Okay, and there's what you should have for your 2 reference points. And now your horizontal asymptote should be y equals k, y equals -3. Okay, are you with me? All right, so now we need to plot that asymptote first. Plot an asymptote that goes through -3. Okay. Plot your 2 reference points, 0, -5, which is right there. And -1, -7, which is right here. And again, you might say to yourself, that's growth, it's going uphill. No, it's not, because it's been reflected. Remember, this negative in front reflects. So it actually started looking something like this, coming downhill, going like that. All right? And then whenever I flip it over the axis, it goes in that direction. Okay? So hopefully you feel like you got that. Let's try letter B. Remember, you can always go back, pause, rewind, rewatch if you're struggling to understand this. Okay, so for letter B, again, I know I have decay. And the reason why you want to look at that is because you want to know which reference points do I use. Do I use the growth reference points, or do I use the decay reference points? Well, again, if the base value is between 0 and 1, it's definitely decay. All right, so what is A? A is 3. What is B? B is 1/4. What is H? H is 2. What is K? K is 1. Right, now again, we're going to be using our decay reference points, H, A plus K, and then H minus 1, A divided by B plus K. Again, that's the tricky part there, the A divided by B. But we can do it. Come on, you got it. All right, so here we go. So let's go with the H, A plus K. So H is 2, A plus K. 3 plus 1 is 4. So we got 2 comma 4 as our first reference point. Okay, now our second reference point, h minus 1, well, 2 minus 1 is 1. And now again, here's the trick, a divided by b. So a is, let's see, we got 3 divided by 1/4, which again means we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. 3 times 4 is 12. So for a divided by b, we get 12 plus k. That makes 13. We're going to go off the graph a little bit, but we can handle it. All right, so here we go. We need a horizontal asymptote, y equals k. And y equals k is going to be y equals 1 for our horizontal asymptote. Put that first. Y equals 1. Okay. Plot your 2 reference points. Over to 2 up to 4. And over to 1 up to 13. All right, so we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Somewhere way up there. Okay, way off my graph. Oh, well. And it's going to come downhill looking like that. Okay, definitely a decay graph. Something that started off high and extending down low. All right, so we've got that taken care of. Now we got to come up with the equation, which is, of course, a little bit tough. All right. Again, the hint is use the reference points. So you need to determine, is this a growth or is this a decay? If it's starting high on the left and going downhill, that's decay. Again, you started with a high value and you're going down, you're losing your value. That is decay. So we need to use the decay reference points. H comma a plus k, and then h minus 1 comma a divided by b plus k. Now you do want to memorize these so that you can use it, so you're not constantly looking back at the notes trying to figure out which one is which and so on. If you got to memorize, it goes a little bit easier for you. All right. We'll probably talk about the horizontal asymptote, so let's include that. That's y equals k. This is just like what we did for growth. We got to just get it now for the decay. All right, so you can tell where it's getting closer and closer here to 0. Again, I will make it more obvious to you which reference points to use. I'm going to ask you to use these right here, these 2. Okay, now again, which one is reference point number 1? It's the one that's closest to the asymptote. So the one that we're going to use for reference point 1 is 2 comma 2. Okay, this graph is going by 2's on the y-axis. It's going by halves on the x-axis. So again, 2 comma 2 for the first reference point. And the second reference point is going to be 1 comma 3. Again, I will be specific with you on the test of which ones to use as your reference point so you are not confused as to which one is which. Okay, I'll probably even tell you this one's reference point number 1, this one's reference point number 2 to make it a little bit easier for you. And again, you can see where it's getting closer and closer to 0. So y equals 0 is that horizontal asymptote. All right, so from that information, hopefully we can come up with what is A, what is B, what is H, what is K. And again, you can see clearly H is 2. No work to that. Now I say go to y equals K next, because again, that's the next one that's obvious. Y equals K, well, y equals 0, so K is 0. Now work on your A plus K, so you're going to say A plus K equals 2. Well, you know that K is 0, so this is A plus 0 equals 2. That means A equals 2. All right, got that. Now again, the challenge is B. How are we going to get that? Well, we're going to get it by doing A divided by B plus K equals 3. Again, we're going to take this part and set it equal to its corresponding part. So we know A is 2. We don't know what B is. We know K is 0. So that's plus 0 equals 3. All right, now a little challenging to solve for B. Do you know how to do this? Here we go. So I can't subtract anything over, so I have 2 over B equals 3. Now you don't want that B in the bottom. So how do you get rid of it? You multiply both sides by B. So now you have 2 equals 3B. Divide each side by 3. And you're going to get that B is 2/3. And now you have the information you're going to need to do this. Right? Where does it come from? Well, let's see. We've got b is 2/3. And we should remember our general function that it's f of x equals a parenthesis b to the x minus h plus k. So now here comes your equation. You know a is 2, so you're going to say f of x equals 2 times, well, b is 2/3, and I just put that in parentheses. Raise it to the x minus h, it's opposite of h, so minus 2, and then plus 0 for k, and there is your equation. All right? Not easy, but you can do it. You got to work at it, though. All right? So you may have to rewatch, you may have to look at it again, and hopefully you'll be able to figure it out. Okay? All right, you guys have a great day. Make sure you do the homework assignment. It's posted on Canvas. Get it done for me by tonight. See you later.